Hello, good evening. Welcome, folks. We are in the Coliseum here in Chalon, France, and it's the Basketball Champions League. And it's game day for the game against PAOK. And what a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere, as always, in Chalon. This is a great place to visit if you haven't. Of course, they hosted the FIBA Europe Cup Final Four a couple years ago, and it was a terrific occasion. Now, here is game day 4 for Group B, Chalon against PAOK. And then tomorrow we've got 3 games. Ventspils at home to Ludwigsburg, Neptunus Klaipėda at home to Gaziantep, and Iberostar Tenerife against Capo d'Orlando. So that is the shakedown on Group B for this week. And you can see the Halloween, the goblin theme rampant around the world, and it has touched down here in Chalon as well. So will it be a trick or will it be a treat for these Chalon fans? It's been a difficult season for them already. If you look at the standings, they do have 1 win in their first 3 games. MHP Reason, Ludwigsburg, Iberostar Tenerife, Neptunus Klaipėda, and Ventspils, as well as Gaziantep, all at 2-1. The only team that has yet to win is Capo d'Orlando. Capo d'Orlando, it's down in Sicily. They are 0-3. PAOK, it's a very dangerous team, and some good players. Kevin Dillard. We haven't really seen much of Chrysikopoulos yet. Klassen was huge last week coming off the bench. Krubali, Konyaris, Karis, Soklas, Margaritas, Katsivelis, Trish, and also Lucius Lee Jones Jr. Of course, Lucky Jones was the big player last week as well. So is Harlan Popoulos is in that team. Adam Smith has already been the MVP of the week. That was game day 2. Pierre-Antoine Gillet, the Belgium international, is very important. Mikhail Jalabal as well, a veteran, the former French international who retired after, retired from the national team after the Olympics. Hey, what's that? Don't be scared, folks. Don't run away. It's only a mask. So it has been already an exciting season, and I'll tell you what, expect the unexpected. Who would have expected what happened earlier today in Russia, NSC, Krasnoyarsk, coming from 21 points down with about 6.5 minutes remaining, 15 points down with 2.5 minutes to go, to stun Juventus Utena. So you're never out. You're never out of it, folks. You got to play all 40 minutes. And this is a PAOK team that knows that only too well. They have had to battle. They battled last season to advance from the group stage, and this season, well, they really came out on the wrong end of a bad result against Ludwigsburg, 103-70. That was in Germany. Then they were at home and they lost to Gaziantep, 85-82. But their luck started to change a little bit last week, perhaps winning at Capo d'Orlando, 63-58, and that was just a terrific game for them. They got up on top 18-7. They extended it to halftime at 32-19, and everything looked, like it was going according to plan. And then all of a sudden, Capo d'Orlando started to battle back, and in the fourth quarter they found their rhythm, and they got it pretty close. But in the end, PAOK, even though they're outscored 39-31 in that second half and 20-14 in that fourth quarter, they ended up winning it by 5 points. For Chalon, well, we thought they had certainly turned the corner a little bit after game day 2. They lost a heartbreaker. They've lost a lot of heartbreakers this year, folks. They lost at Neptunus Klaipėda on game day 1, 75-73. Then they won against Capo d'Orlando. Capo d'Orlando winning that one 67-55. And then last week, they traveled to Latvia and almost got a famous win, but they lost 78-77. They actually had the ball, and Adam Smith, the MVP of game day 2, had a chance to win it, but he was just inside half court when he attempted a shot. You know, that was the game where they just did not execute well down the stretch. And as the season wears on, the more games you lose like that, you're not really giving yourselves much of a chance to advance in the competition. So they need to turn things around tonight against a PAOK team. It's a battle of 1 and 2 teams. But what a lovely part of the world this is. Chalon, nice wine in the area. I'm sure these guys are enjoying themselves. Vicente Bulto, the referee, in the middle there from Spain. Boris Krajic from Slovenia on the right, and Paulo Marquez from Portugal on the left. So we'll be getting a look at the starting fives. And as a reminder, some of the other games that are going on today, we'll update you on those as and when these things finish up. So PAOK from Thessaloniki, Greece, a rich tradition. And they will start with Kevin Dillard, Lucky Jones, number 55, and Antonios Konyaris, the youngster, Owen James Klassen, and Evangelos Margaritis, the veteran. And Papa Theodorou, the coach of PAOK. Both these coaches fully aware of the magnitude of this game. It's important for both of them. Darren Ray Dorsey will start at point. Mikhail Jalabal, Lance Harris, Sara Kamara, and Pierre-Antoine Gillet at power forward. And Jean-Denis Choulet.
Four side, four flash. The first play we're going to run. It's got to be four flash.
This is the coach. So it's he was actually in charge of this team as well a couple years ago when they hosted the FIBA Europe Cup Final Four. That was won by Freiport Skyliners, team that played in the Basketball Champions League last season. So we are about ready to tip things off here in France between Elan Chalon and PAOK Thessaloniki. There's Mr. Klassen. Class act. There's the veteran Jalabal. Of course, he's played some very big teams in his career, played in the NBA as well. And the tip will be won by PAOK, wearing the dark uniform, so they'll be attacking the basket to the right. And we don't mess around. Already a foul called down low on Klassen. And I think the referee saw Klassen raise his left arm, fighting for position down low. And the drive, and ball knocked out of bounds. And that's Dorsey, who was fouled. Excuse me, no, it wasn't fouled, it was just knocked out of bounds. So Jalabal passes over to Harris. Now Lucky Jones brings it up the floor. Coniates, and nice confident start for Antonios Coniates, player that's been named in the Greek preliminary squad for their World Cup qualifiers that'll be coming up. And Margaritas reaches in and comes up with a steal, but not able to get it to his teammate. And then the pass goes inside, and it's Kamara, Usman Kamara just throws it down. Margaritas turns, misses. Now the pass quickly up ahead, and Harris banks it in. Nice pass from Dorsey. Coniates puts it down, tries to score with a reverse layup, and the scrap for the ball and the block. Jalabal is able to knock it out of bounds. Pierre-Antoine Gillet getting up off the court slowly. Now the drive, and from the baseline, it's good. So nice play from Kevin Dillard. He likes the big stage, Mr. Dillard. You're not going to find too many players, certainly with the ball handling skills that Dillard has. He is he's fun to watch. Keep an eye on him. Here's Jalabal from the left. It's good. Nice soft touch. And drive, now Kamara. Quick outlet pass to Harris. Dorsey puts it up and short. So Darren Dorsey they only announced his arrival back on October 22nd. He didn't play last week in the Basketball Champions League, but here he is. He's got it. And now he turns the ball over right into the hands of Coniates. Hands it off him. Margaritas, beautiful break. Kautas was hustling down as well. Of course, foul out on the perimeter here. If you follow basketball in Europe, you'll remember Kautas having played this summer for the Greek under-20s. And they hosted and won the European Championship at under-20 level. Harris gets down low, puts it up, and difficult shot. Kamara scraps, and Dillard comes down with the ball. Six apiece, field goal shooting. See it for both teams. And Harris Oh, nice soft release. Looked like he was perhaps slightly out of position there, but took the bump and still scored. Dorsey, beautiful pass, but Antoine Gillet couldn't hold it. But Camara, who's very lively tonight, was there for the to pick up the loose ball and to score. Lucky Jones turns and scores. Nothing lucky about that. That was a sweet release. Look at this. Interesting matchup to watch. Jalabal and Lucky Jones. Harris over to Antoine Gillet. Had a hand in his face and missed. Harris sets the pick. Lucky Jones wide open. Good! And that takes the lead now up to 5. That was from behind the arc. Dorsey into Kamada. Harris. And the ball clangs off the rim and goes over the backboard. So Smith will come in for El Capitan. Here's Adam Smith. No, not that Adam Smith. He's not the Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith. The Adam Smith, the basketball player. Karras to Dillard. Dillard gets inside, puts it up off the glass. And PAOK grow their lead now to 7. Jalabal. Kamada goes to work on young Caddis, puts it up and in. Boy, Kamara just wasn't anywhere near as effective last week as he is tonight. And there he's botting up on Karras. The ball goes out of bounds. Well, when in need of a lift, go to your bench. Jeremy Nzuli, the Cameroon international, comes into the game for Chalon, number 9. Smith. And Short hustles and, well, maybe fortunate to get the ball there. But good hustle from Smith. He missed the shot, but then he hustled back. So the burst of quickness. Dorsey off the front of the rim. Well, it is a Chalon team that will put up its share of deep shots. And the big difference tonight is they've missed all of theirs, and the only one that's been taken by PAOK, by Lucky Jones, went in. Karras and Kamada with another board. There's Kamada. Look at him. Maybe trying to do a little too much there. You want to be aggressive, but you want to keep your poise. Dillard. And Kamara with another rebound. I keep saying Kamara this, Kamara that. He's got 6 points, 3 rebounds. Now Dorsey down low And a little bit of a mismatch, and Cunhadas fouls Camara. Now Camara will go out of the game. I think Farr, number 15, will check in. Well, we got timeout on the court, folks. And so far, so good for PAOK, having won last week. Now they're up 15-10.
Easy shot, okay? Every time we put the ball inside, we have something good. So let's put the ball inside, okay? Inside, outside. Keep on moving. Push the ball, okay? But the defense is not good enough. Defense harder, okay? Harder defense, okay? And push the ball. Let's play one side. Head if we want. Head, okay?
Well, young and old, middle-aged, they're all here tonight. And offensive foul, the second time tonight. And this time it's on Young Karas. So it goes back over to Chalon, and look for them to go inside if their coach's comments are anything to go by. Entry pass, Farr turns, banks it in. How about that from Farr right off the bench? Coach says, let's go down low. And that's the first results coming out of the timeout, so that's a good sign. Now Trish has come into the game. And now the turnover into the hands of Farr. He hands it off to Dorsey. And he gets it over to Nzuli, and the Cameroon international gets it to drop. Pass goes outside, and Dillard fouled by Nzuli out on the perimeter. Over to the corner it goes, and the shot clangs off the rim. Zaras. So it goes back over to Chalon, who can now take the lead. And shot no good. Now Trish and decides to hold it up. So the last shot will go to PAOK. And the foul with 8.1 seconds to go on Smith. Guarding Katsivelis. And it goes. And nice, powerful move inside by Krubali. Dorsey launches one. Oh, he almost made it. 3/4 of the length of the court. Hit off the backboard and rim. But not good enough. So 17-14. PAOK on top of Elan Chalon here after one.
Okay, we stay with Darren here. We stay with Chris. Chris.
So some of the highlights. And Jamie Farr came in and banked that one in. That was a good move from him. Oh, gosh, I thought that lady needed to get to the hospital. It's Halloween, I forgot. Look at that. She needs to go sit behind the bench over there at PAOK. Maybe that'll put them off their game a little bit. So second quarter action underway. Dorsey has it. PAOK have gone back in front by 3. And now the deep shot is good. The 3, it was a deep one. And you don't want to leave that man open. Of course, he was just in this time zone. Joseph. And the miss, the rebound by Farr. So Chris Joseph tied it with the long 3. Well, Dorsey this time turns it over for the second time tonight, and then an unsportsmanlike foul has been called on Farr. Look at this. I think it was on Farr. So bad turnover. And becomes even worse with the unsportsmanlike foul. But fortunately for Chalon, PAOK missed their first unsportsmanlike free throw. Casavelas misses both. Trish, Margaritas, Krubali becoming a factor offensively. We saw what he did right at the end of the first quarter. Good patience that time from Margaritas. So PAOK back in front by 2. Look at that, 6 points for Krubali already. Over to Harris, back off the bench, and he misses the open one. Trish pulls up, and that's the difference, folks. Making jump shots and missing them. PAOK making that one, and we've seen Trish make a lot of jumpers this season. And just like that, they're back in front by 5. An offensive foul setting the pick. Kamara. And Casavelas gets up a little woozy. And the long miss. Now the deep one, and the strong rebound from Farr. And Farr catches, Kamara catches and scores. His physical presence tonight has been very good. And it was Casavelas. Krubali trying to help out the ref with the call, saying it was traveling. Ref says, no. He kept his feet set, and then he was fouled by Casavelas. And now back to a 2-point game. And Trish flies in, ball knocked out of bounds. And the foul called. Rosenfeld, of course, he got the start last week. And the miss. Now Rosenfeld picks it up. Now switches directions. Now the deep one. Good! It's that man again, Chris Joseph. He's got the range. There's no doubt about that. And the reach and the foul. So Shalom back in front. Harris commits the foul. So Joseph making a huge difference off the bench tonight. And the miss and the putback by Trish. Nobody boxed out Trish. And fouled out on the perimeter. Is he going to get three? That was Katsivelis. Mental mistake. You don't want to foul the jump shooter, and certainly not the three-point shooter. And certainly not a player that hasn't proved yet, at least in this game, that he can hit the three. So kind of a boneheaded mistake by Katsivelis. Yeah. And certainly Rosenfeld looked like he was looking for it. But Rosenfeld misses the first to minimize the impact for PAOK. And misses that, chases it down, doesn't save it before it goes out of bounds. So not as good of a trip down the floor as it promised. And the jump shot is good. PAOK back in front. So 26-24, and it's missed opportunities that have really hurt this Chalon team this season. And we're kind of seeing it here. Now the deep one. And another missed three. Margaritas, that's for three. It's good! 29-24, back to a 5-point lead for PAOK. Boy, just wide open. It's like taking a free throw, just a little bit further back. And you can see that was the sequence where Rosenfeld wasn't quite able to get it. And now the reach, the ball knocked out, and yet another turnover. Jalabal now checking in. So Jalabal coming back in. Dillard pulls up and hits another one. And PAOK, who looked a little wobbly there, all of a sudden have gone back in front by 7, their biggest lead of the game. And now inside the dunk. Nobody kept that man out of the paint. Kamara, good find. Once again. Good find by Dorsey. Well, Kamara has come out playing tonight. Look at that, 11 points. Dillard, a little bit of razzle-dazzle. And into Coulibaly. And another easy one. Good patience from PAOK. And And the bank shot, no good from Dorsey, but the rebound, Antoine Gillet hands it off to Pino. Now he gets it to Jalabal, who gets it back to Pino, and Dorsey has it. And nice follow from Jalabal. Cognatus dribbles between the legs. Now back to Margaritas right at the line. Boy, they're shooting the ball well now, aren't they? And good patience. It's contagious. And Antoine Gillet misses. Trish comes down with the rebound. And it goes Margaritas, misses. Rebound Krivali. Now Trish. And Margaritas goes up and fouled by Jalabal. Well, we've seen some good flashy moments tonight from Chalon, but you know, there are spells in their play where they don't play at the level that they have to play. And PAOK are just capitalizing. Getting some good open looks, especially our PAOK.
Bring the ball inside. Okay? Two-turn. Inside. Free side. Free turn. Ball inside. Okay? I play hard defense. Don't switch with the two.
So Margaritas at the line. And misses the first. So I'll tell you right now, Elan Chalon will take anything they can get, any type of reprieve they can get. And the second one is good. So Margaritas pushes it up to an 8-point lead. They're coming off of an important win, Chalon, 66-63 at Le Mans. Of course, the French league game before that, they lost 75-74. This is a team that just plays close games. Now the deep one is good from Dorsey. Look out, folks. Chalon starting to heat up themselves. Dillard goes right down the lane, passes wide open. Trish. And if there's one thing you know about Trish, he is going to knock down an open jump shot. Now in the Jalabal. Pump fake, Smith for three. Jalabal with the rebound. And the foul called on Dillard. Smith. Dorsey shaking and baking, pulls up, puts it up and in. Well, they're in the flow offensively, that's for sure. 39-33, trying to cut into that deficit here before halftime. Katsevelis turns, puts it up, and we'll go to the line for two. Gritty move from Katsevelis, who will, also is in that preliminary squad for Greece. Oh yeah, that was a foul for Mr. Dorsey. Jean-Denis Choulet. His team is struggling to put it all together. It's hard to describe. I mean, defensively, they're not really on the same page at times. And it's certainly anybody that's watched this PAOK team play, you know, for example, when it comes to Trish, you got to get a hand in the face. He'll score. Smith pulls it up, gets it back to Dorsey. Plenty of time to go. You don't have to get it all back at once. 6-second differential. Pierre-Antoine Gillet and Jalabal with the rebound. And back outside, Dorsey hits the three. And that's how they will send it off to the break. Whoa! So close. I don't think that would have counted if it had gone, but he nicked the front of the rim. So good play, good finish, at least. A little bit of momentum perhaps to carry into halftime. It's Chalon trailing, however, 41-36 against PAOK. Oh, gosh, she scared me again. I wasn't ready for that. 41-36. PAOK sees shooting 65% inside the arc. Both teams with 4 threes, rebounding pretty comparable. She needs to get that looked at. And overall, it's pretty evenly matched game, really. And you would expect this this home crowd to really get behind their team here in the second half. Kamada, boy, he came out with the right attitude. 11 points, 4 rebounds. Lucky Jones has been somewhat anonymous tonight for his lofty standards. Margaritas and Trish each with 8 points. Kribali, that's a shocker, leading the way with the 10 points. So we're at halftime. We'll be right back.
out. Pass the ball. No. Brandon in and out. Pass the ball to Brandon. Vagelis has the ball. Hit the back, Vagelis. Vagelis here. Okay. Cut. Run. Okay. And then it's a handoff action. Vagelis. Dylan, Kevin, you play here. And you go there. And we play handoff action with Vagelis. Quick side. Quick side. Okay.
Well, all to play for, folks, here in the Basketball Champions League between these two teams. It's been an interesting game. PAOK, perhaps, no doubt, will be happy with their position at halftime. Maybe they might think they should be up by even more. You would expect this Chalon team to come out firing here in the second half, charged up by this home crowd. And, of course, the fans are ready to go. Here they are. These are the fans. They sure don't come here out to lose. They come out to get the win for Chalon. And remember, the winner will improve to 2-2. The loser will fall to 1-3. So it is a big game in every sense of the word. And for Chalon especially, you don't want to be losing home. Bounce pass. Jalabal looking, almost getting it from Krabali, but Krabali catches it and scores an easy one. So PAOK seemed to have figured out how to attack that Chalon defense. And until that changes for Chalon, nothing else is going to be working in their favor, that's for sure. Here's Jalabal, gets down low, passes around Dorsey. Pierre-Antoine Gillet, will he take it with confidence? Yes, he does. Jalabal gets the steal, goes down. Oh, he isn't able to finish. Maybe he should have just stopped and settled for possession, but that's why if you're PAOK, you hustle back and you play D. And look at that, they cut it off again. Nzoli goes in, lays it up. That's more like it for Chalon. Back-to-back steals. And they come away with a layup. This is where Jalabal took it from Trish. Trish hustled. Trish might have got away with a foul. There's Dillard. He misses. And Kamara with the rebound. And just like that, Chalon can pull even. Or even take the lead with a three. Dorsey gets inside and draws the foul from Krabali. Good move, aggressive move. And he has to be feeling much better about his team's approach here in the second half, but that shot is off target from Dorsey. Second one is good. Cunyadas has it taken away. Dorsey goes in, lays it up, and misses another layup for Chalon. Boy, PAOK living dangerously right now, folks. This Chalon team will be thinking they should be up at least 46-43. Cunyadas, beautiful pass to Margaritas, but he doesn't finish. Now the outlet, Nzoli, bounce pass, and Jalabal is able to finish. And with that, PAOK burn a timeout. It all starts with defense, folks. And here, getting into transition early, Good outlet pass. And Jalabal runs the court fast, gets down.
Wake up! Go back! We missed the layup! Go back! No easy turnovers! Come on! Wake up! Out of it! Out of it! Milan two.
Nothing, kick, and kick again. Okay, push my man to the Sula. Spread the play, guys. Okay, switch is perfect. Perfect again.
Lucky Jones back in, and he travels. Don't know what the deal is with Lucky Jones tonight. He was the man last week, but today it's all about anonymity. He hasn't even been in the game, and there he loses his footing. The ball goes out of bounds. Jalabal for three. Good! Jalabal. Boy, Chalon is, you talk about that first 5 minutes of the second half when you're trailing, especially if you're going to make your move, you've got to make your move. Outside, and Katsavelis misses. Pierre-Antoine Gillet with the rebound. Dorsey gets the pick. Now continues to push it hard, puts it up. And you can see Chalon want to play much faster. And the reach, the spin, Katsavelis. And charge is the call from Vicente Bulto, Spanish referee. So Katsavelis, here he is. Yep, just a little bit out of control, Katsavelis. And Smith drives in. Lucky Jones with the rebound. And Jalabal. Oh, the ball goes outside. Margaritis. And Adam Smith is able to come down with it. Boy, a lot of intriguing possibilities in this game for both teams. Izuli has to be careful. Thought he raised his elbow there. Here he is. He's going to put up a jumper. It's good. Look at him. He says, I got hit. Call the foul. Referee says, you made the shot. Antoine Gillet comes out. Boy, just the whole body language, everything different about Chalon in this third quarter. Dillard misses, and Jalabal with the rebound. Again, it starts with the defense. It starts with trying to get higher percentage shots. They've been able to do that, and they are playing with much more confidence now. And just as I say that, Pierre-Antoine Gillet didn't look like he was taking that with confidence at all. It happens. Hard to put it together game after game after game. Margaritis gets inside. Boy, that was a nice finish from him. And the foul called, I think, before the shot. So Zuli pulls up and too hard. Pierre-Antoine Gillet, though, knocks it out to Smith. Now Harris. Harris hits the jump shot. Was it a 2 or a 3? Oh, that was a 3, all right. Good couple of inches. Boy, this Chalon team has got the wind in its sails right now, 52-45. Bounce pass, and it goes, and the rejection. Antoine Gillet is on the SWAT team. Now he's racing down the court. Smith. Inzoli drives. Oh, that would have been a three-point play opportunity if he'd finished. But PAOK, boy, they have been, it's like they've come out into a prize fight tonight and just taken a flurry of punches by Chalon. They haven't been knocked out by any stretch of the imagination, but not seeing as much fight, especially at this end of the floor, that we need to. Antoine Gillet just said, get that out of here. And Inzoli misses the first one. Second one is good. And it goes, and the bump on Chalon. Coach Gillet is styling tonight. Here's Lucky Jones. He has the ball taken away by, well, Adam Smith. He throws it right to him, and Inzoli. Turnovers turn into points going the other direction, and this contest is night and day. Chalon getting opportunities, fast break opportunities off turnovers. They're killing PAOK with that. Harris misses, and Smith goes up for the rebound. Well, this could be the type of win that could really get their season off and running, both literally and figuratively. Harris for three. That was deep. Dillard drives in. That's two of them back. And the finish. See the turnover game. Those are costly turnovers by PAOK. And the finish from Kamara. And you really have to applaud Kamara. He came out tonight with a lot of fight, a lot of determination to set the tone for Chalon. And while it's taken a while, he's to be applauded, no doubt. But they still have a lot of work to do to finish this thing off. We've seen what PAOK can do. So Harris, I believe, picks up the foul. You see Javon Shepard over there, not dressed out tonight, wearing the sweats at the end of the bench. Trish for three. Now he gets it back, floats in, and misses. Gets it back again. That's certainly something that can't happen for Chalon if they want to finish this off. Trish again for three. I tell you, those jumpers are a lot easier to make when you're level or leading than when you're behind by 10. Because Trish had three decent looks there, two open looks from the perimeter, and he also missed on the drive in the lane. Smith, Pierre-Antoine Chalet, count it! The Belgian sensation. Final several seconds ticking off the clock here in the third quarter. Unbelievable turnaround. Dillard gets the foul right at the end of the quarter. I think that's what you call savvy. A veteran knowing how to get to the line. Hey, there's Bruno. And are they going to see if the foul took place before the end of the shot clock? And I think Chalet was arguing that maybe it shouldn't have. And this is a veteran referee for you. Bolto realizing the situation, that at the end of the quarter you can go and look at the video replay. So why not? You can see the clock up top. Oh yeah, had plenty of time. Plenty of time. He'll get free throws. Two are coming. Now, is Chalet upset that his player fouled or that the foul was called? Well, it didn't look like bad defense, to be honest. A bit unlucky. You know, but you just have to tip your hat to Dillard. I mean, he was trying to get the contact. Chalet doesn't like something. I think he was surprised there was that much time left, but as video replay showed, there's definitely time left. I don't know if it was 1.1. I might have said 0.7. Now, if he's arguing that it wasn't a foul, well, then that's more debatable. But again, you just have to tip your hat for Dillard because he was able to perhaps lean in to the defender a little. And the foul was called on Smith, so that's what he did. He kind of leaned into it, and Smith picked up the foul. So 1.1 seconds remain. He gets it back to 12. And now back to 11. So that is how it finishes. At the end of 3, it was definitely a quarter owned by Chalon, outscoring PAOK 24-8. They lead it 60-49 with 10 minutes remaining. So the shooting percentage is considerably better now for Chalon. And also some threes fell. You can see from a free throw standpoint, well, 4 of 8, that's not good. And even though it's not that many, it's enough to where in a close game, it could come back and hurt you. Fourth quarter action underway here in Chalon. And it's the French taking on the Greeks, and the French right now leading it by 11. But 10 minutes is an awfully long time in basketball. Can Chalon keep up this aggressive, positive approach that got them in front in the third quarter, or are we going to see PAOK raise their game? Chris Joseph back in the game. He gave him a good spark in the first half. Antoine Gillet goes inside, but Kamara can't finish. This is where Chalon were very good, putting the pressure, coming up with steals. Dillard shakes and bakes and travels. Look at this. Looked like there might have been an awkward little extra hop there. Mr. Bulto, Senor Bulto. I think you might have some good eyes. And it goes. And beautiful finish from Harris. And Chris Joseph's been effective. Look at this. He's been hitting the Jays. There he hits the man cutting into the lane. I like him. I like Chris Joseph. Get him some minutes, coach. And Krabali drives in. Antoine Gillet, too hard that time. Now Trish goes hard, passes back outside. Thought he might go to the rim. Dillard has it. So 11-point lead still. Dillard. Good job from Kamara to knock it over to Dorsey. Well, Dorsey's made a huge impact on this team tonight. They could have used him last week. Three-pointer is good from Harris. Margaritas. Trish. Number 99. You're going to wear a number 99, you got to be really good, and you got to be confident. Here he is. Drives in. This time denied. And the time Dorsey left his feet, nowhere to pass. And it goes Margaritas, and he scores with a little jump hook in the lane. What do Joseph, number 32, and Trish of PAOK have in common? There's Joseph driving in. And a foul called on Margaritas. Both Joseph and Trish went to Syracuse. And you can see why Margaritas might be unhappy, but you know what? You drive to the basket, as Joseph did. Good things happen. And the good thing that happened there was the contact, and he got to the line. A nice high arcing free throw is good. And the second one is good as well. So good minutes from Joseph. He now goes out and Jalabal comes back in. Coniatis. Dillard for three. Thought some contact was coming. He went down. Krubali gets it. Over to Coniatis. Bounce pass, and it goes to Krubali. And he was blocked by far, but the foul was called. And Krubali misses the first one. Second one is good. And pushing it quickly, Inzuli. And Margaritas goes up and gets the board. I'll tell you what happened after what happened today. All bets are off. Did you hear what happened in Krasnoyarsk, Russia? NSC trailing by 21 with 6.5 minutes to go, came back and won their game against Juventus Utena. Dillard has the shot blocked. Entry pass! Somebody forgot to pick up Krubali. You can't give away an easy one like that on an inbounds play. I think Farr got lost. Back to 11. Krubali with 15 points. What a game he's had. Been terrific. Dorsey has it knocked out of his hands. Coniatis gets it to Krubali. He gets it to Trish. She takes the contact. And boy, if he'd been able to finish, he would have been going to the line for one. As it is, he goes to the line with a chance to make two and cut the deficit to 8. If you're Alain Chalon, you have to be able to finish games. And Coach Cholet calls timeout.
Watch the press, okay? Hey.
First one is good from Trish. Gets it back. And Jalabal gets the rebound. And the foul up high. Oh, no. Offensive foul. Inzuli letting his feelings known about it. On Farr. So good play by Coniates. Farr picks up his third foul. Chalon, the cracks are there. Now, will Pauk complete the comeback is the question. Here's Trish. Gets in the lane, puts it up. Soft shot. Just doesn't quite have it in the second half, Trish, does he? Jump shot, no good. And now Trish with the rebound, pushes it quickly. Over to Coniates for three. Follows his missed shot, puts up a layup. Oh, beautiful play from Coniates. Can't stand around, Chalon. Got to rebound it. Jalabal drives in. Coniates reaches around and fouls Inzuli. And jump shot is good. That'll calm things down. So that was Dorsey. He's been terrific. And that time, Antoine Gillet picks up the foul. A little bit too late getting in front of Margaritas. Cunhadas is going to inbound it. Trish has it. And offensive foul. Is it Krabali? Getting there a little bit too late to set the screen. Tell you what, folks, if you want to look at a decent score line tonight, a decent stat line tonight, look at Dorsey. 12 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds. He does have the 4 turnovers, but he's turning the ball over because he's trying to make plays. You can't really find too much fault with his performance tonight. Boy, he's made a huge difference to this team. Here he is. Now he pulls up for 3. That was short. And now up ahead. And Krabali couldn't quite catch it cleanly. Ended up flying out of bounds. It's important for PAOK to remember they've got time. I mean, that was an opportunity right there. He should be sitting on 17 points. Hennessy, we're down 15 with 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes to go. And they came back and won. That was at home against Juventus Utena. And Cunhadas reaching in, trying to get the steal. And it goes. Good D from Krabali. So a tough possession that time. Trish goes in, puts up a tough shot. And Krabali has injured himself. I don't know if it's his ankle. Doesn't look good, though. Here he is scrapping away. This is left. He landed on his left leg. Maybe it's his knee. So Krabali being helped off. That's a real shame. He really did play hard and played well tonight. You don't like to see anybody get injured. Dorsey. I think they're content to run it down, but now they're going to have to hurry up. They get it off in time, boy. That is execution to perfection. Right at the end of the shot clock. Great finish from Inzuli. And talk about key players, boy. He has been good tonight. Margaritas over to Trish. Back to Margaritas. And don't forget, you know, even if PAOK were not to come back and win, they would still like to get that scoreline more respectable in case they end up getting into a tiebreaker with Chalon later on to determine the top 4 teams or places. Here he is. Stranger things have happened than teams coming back from 13-point deficits with 1:11 to go, but Inzuli tonight. 11 points, 1 steal, 5 of 8 from the floor. Here's Dorsey. Right about Lucky Jones. Boy, just can't figure out what happened to Lucky Jones tonight. Played almost half the game, 5 points, 6 rebounds, but he's only taken a couple of shots. Alley-oop pass finished by Inzuli. Boy, Dorsey, everything he's connected with is pretty good, isn't it? Look at this. Point guard mentality. And when it comes time to put the ball in the basket, if he has to do it, he'll do it. Trish chases it, gets it to Inzuli. And now he passes up to Antoine Gillet. He gets rid of it over to Gelabal, and he is fouled by Cognates. Well, this will be a tough loss to come back from if you're PAOK. You were leading at halftime, and you're going to end up losing this one probably by double digits. And Gelabal gets the miss, and that just kind of adds insult to injury for PAOK. Not able to get the rebound off the missed free throws. And Trish picks up the foul. Goodness me. Mikhail, what happened to your free throw shooting stroke tonight? He stops the rot. He makes that one. Go back up to 15. And Kamara picks up the foul. Margaritas makes the first one. And good job from Kamara to knock it away, but he wasn't able to rebound it. And that means PAOK have another opportunity. Margaritas. Cognates takes it back. Remember, they're thinking about goal differential, point differential. Cognates puts up a 3 and misses everything. So all in all for Chalon, boy, this is a huge win for them. Not necessarily just the win, the way they came back. What was said in the locker room at halftime, whatever it was, it worked. They were trailing and they end up winning by 14, 75-61. Oh, Risakopoulos didn't get in the game again tonight. Still not sure what's going on with him. 75-61. And those are the numbers. Free throw shooting certainly wasn't anything to write home about for either team. But rebounding was similar. Who do you think was the player of the game? See, the blocks, the turnovers. That was really what swung it, I think, in the third quarter was PAOK's profligacy. Of course, a lot of that was because of Shalom, the way they're putting some pressure on them and getting some fast break points. And they came home to roost. 9 fast break points for Shalom. You see Inzuli, 13, Kamara, 13, Dorsey with 12. And there's Kribali, and that's the worst. He's done something, it appears, to his knee. And that's a tough loss for that team because he was working hard and also playing very well tonight. So we hope that he won't be out too long. So after tonight, PAOK fall down to 7th, 1-3, and Shalom temporarily take over the lead in the table at 2-2. All the other games in the group will be played tomorrow night. So look at some of the second half highlights. This PAOK team just kind of unraveled in the third quarter. They were leading 41-36 at halftime, and they scored just 8 points in the third quarter. And Elan Shalom were able to score 24 themselves and open up a double-digit lead. And really, they were never under threat after that. Both Kamara and Dorsey finished with efficiency ratings of plus 17. Jalabal was at plus 16. Could have helped his cause in that sense if he made some free throws at the end. Joseph gave a good spark off the bench tonight. Gillet makes the long one. And didn't have his best game tonight, but when push came to shove, when they were making the comeback, Pierre-Antoine Gillet made some plays. Gillet finished with the 6 points and the 2 rebounds. Also blocked a shot. Remember, he was on the SWAT team. Jalabal had a couple blocks tonight. That was Kribali going in. And remember, he appears to have injured his knee. So hopefully it's not too bad. He had 15 points tonight, 4 rebounds. So didn't finish the night the way he wanted to. And there's the diving out of bounds, Kribali. He was trying to score on that fast break. Inzuli was terrific. Dorsey and Inzuli combining on that one. So that's it, folks. I'll tell you what, it wasn't short of entertainment value, was it? 75-61. Shalom win it over PAOK. A lot more basketball Champions League action coming your way this week. Be sure to tune in. Thanks for watching.